So the last videos I've been doing, I've been trying to get the lore out of it too, but I thought maybe I should actually, and also I just had it all already made up as what I wanted to do, but I think I actually have it better off if I jot my notes down of what I'm thinking about, and as I make the video, I can maybe have a better idea as what I'm going to do with my speculation on what they may have for that champion when they're made into Legend of Runeterra. So this time it's Volibear, as you can already see. And here I do have that I want his power to be at... Oh, oops. I'll do a lot of editing. So power 3. Pretty simple. Health is 8. See, I'm thinking about having his mana be at 8 too, and for now I'll just have it at that. We'll just, I'll do a change if it's necessary later. So Volley heals 1 each time he strikes a unit, so Nexus doesn't count, but if he strikes any other unit, he heals 1. Now see, what I want to have for him is something along the lines where he gets like, because of his new update, with Volibear's new update, he gets big as freaking hell when he ults, and I kind of want to implement that into the game. Okay, so Volibear hits a unit himself, he does 1 damage to all other units on the board. Kind of like mixes good with what he does in Legends, League of Legends. Oh my God, Legends of Legends, League of Legends. Trying to say Legends of Runeterra and League of Legends together, you get Legends of Legends. Okay, real quick, cutting in to the video there. Striking all units for 1 damage would be really broken, so it's actually all battling. All battling units. Very important. Very important. So that's pretty much all he does. He's actually kind of basic when it comes to that, right? He has a decent amount of health, he has some shitty power, but every time he strikes, he does gain his health back. And that would be like after the fact, right? The hits, he loses his health, he gains 1 back. Okay, so now, upon level up. Okay, so how Volleyball levels up is you have to have done 12 strikes this game, which just means that you've had a hit with a unit. So someone like Lucian, per se, is a good thought, actually, and if you've watched my Master Yi video, you would know that he does double attack too, in a way, like, because he can hit 2 people at once. I think I had made it like that. Regardless, though, Lucian, though, he has double attack, and so he would hit twice, and both of those hits would be 1 toward your 12 strikes. That's pretty massive. On account that Volibear is only out at 8, it's going to just happen regardless, too. And every time they attack, you can also strike, too, but Lucian would die, and a lot of things like that, but I'm actually starting to think it might be a little higher. I might have to put it up to like 16. For now, I'll just write down 16 because that sounds like it makes kind of like sense. Okay, so first I'll put the con down, and Volley would get bigger when he levels up. So he actually takes up 2 spaces on the board, so you could only have maximum of 5 while you have Volley down, which is important. It's a negative for sure, but he needs the negative because what I've come up with is kind of fucking ridiculous. Okay, I'm done. When only Volley is attacking, he strikes 6 times. So if you just send out only Volley, you leave all your people that you can just leave as chug blockers for later too, which is pretty important. Kind of like a lot of fucking people can be good for, but he'll strike 6 times. So if he kills everything that blocks, all the after strikes are going straight to the Nexus. It's not like overwhelm or whatever. He strikes individually the whole board. There's no overwhelm about it. So if they don't have 6 units on the board and they don't kill Volibear, that's probably a 1-shot. Most times it's a 1-shot. That's why he's 8 mana. That's exactly why he's 8 mana, because that alone is pretty insane. I don't really have to put any explanations because I'm kind of explaining as I go. I like this. So then his spell, I think other spells that I might have actually put in kind of just didn't really work very well with some of the champions because they'd actually kind of be on the board to be able to be used. So for Volibear, during combat, unallied, doesn't matter who, you send them out to jump on the back row, so not the people that are actually blocking, but the people that are in the back row trying to stay safe and not die. You send your ally to jump on all of them. They all take 2 damage, and if your ally if any of them survive, then the ally that you sent back there dies instantly. But if every single backliner, so not the people that are fighting, they can survive, that doesn't matter if they survive the combat or whatever, they go back, but if every one of the backliners die at the same time as the 2 damage goes off, your ally doesn't die, instead he gets recalled. So that would be a good way to maybe save an ally that you want to survive during a battle. If you know you can kill all their backliners, you just use the spell, which I don't know the name of it would be, but I'm just coming up with shit on the spot. Okay, I failed to mention one of the most important parts, that is when Volley does level up, he becomes the size of 2 units and will be taking damage from while blocking from the unit to the right of his blocker. Also very important, when he levels up, he'll be two units, right? So if there's 6 units on the board, you're going to obliterate your weakest ally. Good thing it's the weakest, but you're still going to lose an ally, so you got to make sure that you are paying attention to that. But yeah, this is, so I'll explain this real quick. The reason for this is that obviously he's huge now, so you're able to take in 2, but you kind of have to if you try to block the person that isn't at the end of the row. So your enemy could use some mind games to think about how they're going to set up their board too when they attack, so that the person that you're actually going to want to block with volley, unless volley like you can make it so volley would die unless he blocks the final one to make it so you can't chunk block 2. But Volibear will only actually do the damage. He'll only do his 3 power damage to the person that he's initially blocking, not the other one that is being chunk blocked by him. He'll only just take damage for that one instead of the Nexus or an ally. Because if you place an ally in front of Volibear's person to the right, Volibear, sorry, Volibear will take the damage from both of those units, and your ally will be able to essentially not take any damage, like a Callista. Like you're kind of like Volibear is going to be the connection, like as if they're Callista, and they'll get some free damage off without even losing that unit. So that's important too for volley. Yeah, man, this was actually a lot more interesting to create right here. And it's like empty. There's nothing. That's all it is. That's what the cards are supposed to look like too. Even less than this, it would have to be shrunk down even more than that somehow. But yeah. I mean, if there's anybody still watching, I guess, leave a comment down below if you have any ideas of what you would think that Volibear would be like. It'd be pretty cool. I'd like to actually have a conversation, maybe. Alright.